Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Brotherhood Gaming HG here, and in today's video I am going to be covering the little small comment that Christopher Judge said about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 during the Game Awards. He ended up saying something along the lines of like, I'm going to make a speech, it's going to be shorter than my 8-minute speech last year, but it is not going to be as long as the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. So, in other words, he was just taking a jab at Sledgehammer and the campaign that literally launched. And the devs that are very salty about this comment and are defending Activision and their studio, I can understand because look, they literally made this game. This game's technically their baby, so they have to protect this game with their lives, but at the same time, I think the devs are just taking this way out of proportion and are just not getting the picture. And I know there are people out there that can't take a joke or, can't joke around with the big guys because like if there's one little comment that hurts their little feelings, they have to go to social media and express themselves. But look, Modern Warfare 3 was never intended to be a DLC. Not intended to be a DLC, it was never intended to be a full launch title. It was even rumors and stuff were literally coming out saying that this was supposed to be a DLC, and somehow Activision did a complete 360, made a full-fledged title for 2023 here. And I can understand that the devs are defending this game because this is their project. This is quote unquote their baby. And I can understand that. But look, the fact that the devs here are defending this game, are defending this title, and defending Activision, let me remind you, this is the same Activision that did harassment within the workplace. People literally took their freaking lives because of this. And the fact that these devs are literally defending Activision and their game and saying it's like, oh, we make bigger sales. We make bigger sales compared to God of War over here. Well, yeah, you're going to make bigger sales compared to God of War because one, a majority of the people play the multiplayer out of everything else. God of War Ragnarok is a single player experience. And the fact that they're saying it's like, oh, our game makes better sales. Well, yeah, your game's gonna make better sales, like I said, because it's mostly focused around multiplayer and it has a longevity to last throughout the whole entire year. While a single player game may last you maybe a week, 3 weeks, maybe longer, depending on the story and depending on the narrative and how long the story is in general. Yes, Call of Duty is going to literally outsell God of War regardless, but at the same time, you're comparing two different genres. You're comparing a first-person shooter to a freaking action-adventure game like God of War Ragnarok. Like, that's technically comparing an apple to a banana. They're two completely different things and are made completely different in their own right, in their own way. And the fact that, like I said, that these devs have the ego to literally come out and say that they make bigger sales just proves that they can't take a joke. They can't they can't hang around and laugh and do all this other stuff. And trust me, I know this because I basically have to work a 12-hour shift a majority all week, every week, except for Sunday. Thank God for that. But back to topic at hand here. It's just one of those things like, sure, they are peers within the video game industry. I understand that. But at the same time, God of War Ragnarok and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 are just two completely different things. And were the devs completely in the wrong here? In my opinion, yes. I think the devs were in the wrong here because of the fact that they were just flexing how much profit that they made off of this game. And that is technically their fail-safe or their panic button to try to shut people up, saying like, we made better sales than God of War Ragnarok. But yeah, okay. Let's think about it like this. Marvel and DC, there are Marvel fans, there are DC fans, and there are people who like both. But there are some people that are strictly fans of Marvel and other fans that are strictly fans of DC. And if somebody made fun of Captain America, let's say DC fans made fun of Captain America Winter Soldier, saying that was a horrible movie because one of the main characters was not cool enough, or the plot wasn't good, or the setting was straight up unnecessary. And then you got the freaking DC fanboys coming in and defending the movie because they feel like they were personally attacked. And I can understand this is today's society, this is the world that we do live in. But at the same time, it's, in my opinion, I do think that the developers of Call of Duty were in the wrong, and the fact that they were just flexing how much money they make is, like I said, it just proves how insecure they are as a studio and as individuals within their studio as a whole. You've never seen the God of War Ragnarok developers coming out and defending their game, being called out for stuff that, that people don't like. But sure, they get called out on certain things because they make certain mechanic changes within the next installment that they loved in the first installment, but at the same time, they try to change things slightly or try to completely innovate something new into the next experience. And this does go both for single player and multiplayer games alike. Because every time when there is a new game, they always try to figure out, like, what can we do better? What can we improve on? What can we do to make the next installment of God of War great? Or what can we do to make the next installment of Call of Duty better? And this is the thing. But at the same time, people just got to learn that we live in a world where not everybody's right and not everybody's wrong, and everybody has to get out of their ego or out of their safe space, or just take the L. Just take the L at that point. There's no reason to keep on going and keep on fighting, because you're never going to win that fight. You're going to lose at the end regardless. But it's been your boy Brotherhood Gaming HD, everybody. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Sledgehammer Games and the developers were in the wrong when they literally decided to boast about their sales? And do you even think Christopher Judge was in the right, but then yet again he was just poking fun at the game just because of how terrible the campaign was? But just share your comments down below. It's been your boy Brotherhood Gaming HD again. Like I said, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell notifications. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.